Hey guys, welcome back to Microsoft Original, and today is another exciting day, exciting edition of this Microsoft Screen Recorder HD Pro. And on today's edition, I did some retouches on this project, so I'm just going to reverse everything. Then we see the way forward, and everything is going to be awesome. Okay, so on today's edition, I got a lot of comments from my previous video, and someone was asking whether if I can add a watermark to this project. Okay, so let's say basically adding watermark is not something difficult in this project, and we will be doing that. But before you add a watermark, I believe you should add let's say a trial version and also a registration section. So in this video, we're going to code. We're not going to copy and paste anything here. We're going to code the whole thing from scratch. So before we get started, if you have yet not subscribed to Microsoft Originals official YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe for more exciting videos. Sooner or later, we will be releasing a lot of a lot of lessons. We will be cloning virtual DJ software. We will be cloning VLC, all the big softwares out there. We will be developing it from scratch in vb.net. So if you don't want to miss any episode of these upcoming series, please do well to subscribe to the channel so that you'll be getting all the updates and everything you need to get. Okay, so after you are done with the subscription, let's come back to the project. Now I am going to use this guy as my registration section, right? So first thing first, I'm just going to create a new Windows form, and I'm going to call this Windows form registration. And this registration form is going to be something like this. So first thing first, all I would like to do is I would like to set the border style to none, and also center it in the center screen, right? So this is what I'm going to do. So with a form border style, I'll just set it to none, and with a start position, I'll just set it to center screen. That is awesome. I really love this. So I'll just go back to my form one, click on this guy. I'm just going to copy this header right here, come to the registration and paste it. So there you go, right? So I'll just delete everything. Okay, so let's paste it one more time, and let's highlight everything here, bring it up. Okay, that is perfect. So I'm just going to delete this. I don't need that. So this is going to be I'm just going to say, okay, I'm just going to give it a name. Let's call this software registration. Right, so this is going to be the registration for the software. So I'll just go to my watermark, or we just have to get a gradient background. So I'm just going to copy this for now. We will be dealing with that later. So I'm just going to paste it here, then I will be deleting everything from here. So I have this awesome design. Amazing, it's mind-blowing, very awesome. So I'm just gonna copy this guy and paste it one more time. So I'm just gonna resize this to be this way, and I will set the back color to transparent so that I'll get a flare of this. This is indeed awesome, and I really love this. So I'll just add a group box, just a normal group box, nothing fancy. So I'll just set the back color of the group box to transparent, and I'll just love to extend this guy to be like this. Then the text on this is going to be cleared, and I really love this, right? Okay, so I'll just have to copy and paste this and then put this here, and I would like to set the font color to 10, the font size to 10, then I'll set the back color to transparent. Okay, now on this I'll just say that powered by Microsoft Technologies, right? So I really love this thing. So now let me add a panel, just a normal panel, and I will add a button, just a Guna button. I believe by now you have the Guna plugin, so you know how to go about that. So I'll just extend this to be this way. That is this section. So I will just say that with this, I'll just bring this button in there like this, like that. So with this Guna button, the back color, I would like to set it to this base color, that is 0020 to 0084 right? So I'm just going to click on this button, go down here, that is the fill color. Let's paste it in here for the fill color. Then with the text on the Guna, let's say activate, let's say activate software. Okay, and I would like to set so let's just drag this up a little bit, just like that. Then let's bring this down, just like that. So just gonna copy this and paste it one more time. So we bring this here, just like that. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna change the text on this to let's say version. That is going to be version. This is going to be 2.0, right? So I'm just going to add this here, version 2.0. That is quite interesting. So I'm just going to add a text box. First of all, I'll add a Guna text box right here, and this Guna text box is going to be amazing, right? It's going to be amazing. So I'll just click on this guy. We have the border radius, so let's set it to 10 so that we get a flare of it. This is indeed awesome, right? So with this, I'll just set the font color to black. Then I would like to set a font to 12. Okay, so let's make it 10. All right, so think 10 is kind of cool, so we just have to do it this way. Okay, so this is quite indeed awesome. So based on this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna copy this guy, paste it one more time, bring it up here. So in here I will just say enter valid email, enter valid email. And I will be adding the same thing for this project, but I will be then using a mask, right? I would then be using a mask. So I'll just go in for a panel, and I can add a Guna panel, and that is also awesome. So let's add a Guna panel. So within this Guna panel, I'll just have to set the back color to be let's set the back color to be control. Good. And for this we have a radius for that, so let's set the border radius to 10. That is awesome, I think. Okay, so I think let's see for the border. I think we have to work within the border. Let's see the border style. So we can add a dashes or dots or anything like that, depending on what you want to do. So let's say solid. The border thickness is going to be something like 10 or anything like that. So I would like to say 0. Okay, so this is quite interesting and I really love this. Now based on this, I'll just have to I'll just go in for okay, so let me take this down and let me just copy this and paste it one more time. So this is going to be here. So we're just going to say enter valid serial key. Right, so we're just gonna enter a valid serial key, and that is awesome. Okay, so I think I love this, so I'm just gonna leave this to be this way. So let's see. Okay, let's push this a little bit up. That is awesome. So I really love this. Okay, and I think it's kind of cool, you know. Okay, so let's keep it this way instead. Yeah. Okay, so we just have to center the whole thing, and that is perfect. Okay, so guys, first of all, before we do this, I would like to go to the the software property section. Then I'll go to settings, from here I'll just set up some strings. So this is going to be um this is going to be email, and this is going to be serial key, and this is going to be status. So let's say activated, and this activated is going to be a boolean, and boolean is either a true or false. So we have this here. Don't forget to save your projects, and yeah, everything is kind of cool. So on this project, this is what we're gonna do. Let's rename this button to click. Let's rename this button to btn activate. So btn activate, and let's set this text field to txt email, and let's set this panel. So we will add something called mask text box, right? So let's add a mask text box in here, and within this mask text box I'm just going to set the font size to 10, and I think that is kind of cool. So I'll just set the border style. It is fixed 3D, so I'll just say none for now. Then I will just, okay, so first of all let's set it to fixed single, and I love it. This is kind of cool, you know. So with this text I'll just align the text in the middle of the screen, right? So that is text align. So let's set it to the center, and there is a placeholder. You can add a placeholder text here. So we say email, we say enter email, and that is, you can see that is there. So this guy too, let's set the text align to be center screen. So that is center. That is perfect. Now we have to set a mask for this, and every serial key has its own way of dealing with, right? So in our project we're gonna take 5 digits, or let's say 5 numbers per each section. So I'm just going to use a zip code template, and here is going to be, so I'm just going to say 00000. Now let's use 4 characters for now. Oh come on, you've got to be kidding me. So yeah, 000 hyphen 0000 hyphen 0000 hyphen 0000 hyphen 0000. That is perfect. Okay, so I'll just click on OK, and there you go. There you can see that right here. So we have this, and this is gonna be, this mask text box is gonna be that is gonna be txt serial key. That is perfect. Okay, so let's go back to our form design, and on this guy, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna add a demo version here. So this is what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to add a panel, and this panel is going to be here, up here, and based on this panel, let me just take it out. Okay, this is awesome. So I'll just put this here. Undo that. Oh, sorry for that, guys. I'm very sorry for that. My mouse is clicking very fast. So I'm just gonna do this. Then I'm just gonna set the back color of it to be red, or I'll just go in for the maroon. So maroon. Oh come on, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, so I have this maroon here, and I will add a text on this. So I'm just gonna say text on this is gonna be say trial version. Okay, so this is quite interesting. So I have this trial version guy here, and I'll just keep in touch like this. So this is quite interesting, and I believe I love it. Okay, this is quite indeed awesome. So I have this trial version here. Anytime I start a software, you'll then see that I have the trial version pending there, right? Okay, so before we hop right into the back end of this project. I just want to show you some tips and tricks you can use in developing your software, right? So based on this software, basically it's going to contain a trial section and also a premium section, right? So that is how it's going to be. Okay, so let's see what we have here and let's continue from there. All right, so as you can see from here, we have this guy right here, and you can see that basically it indicates that you are using a trial version of this software, right? Okay, so this is quite interesting and I believe I love this. So let's go back into our software, and this is what I'm gonna say, right? Let's go back to the registration section, and from here, whenever this registration loads, we're just going to do something, right? So we're just going to clear this. Let's go to the registration events. Then let's say whenever it loads, that is a loading event for this guy right here. So within this loading event, we're just going to see if the boolean, which is the activation status we added to our settings, we're just going to check if it is true, then it should do something. If it is not true, then it should do something. So we're just going to say if mine.settings dot activated equals to true, then we're just going to say txt email.text equals to my.settings.email. Then we say txt serial key dot text equals to my.settings dot serial key, right? And after that, we're just gonna say txt email dot enabled equals to false, and we're just gonna say txt serial key dot enabled equals to false, right? Else, if the section is being enabled, then the activation, you won't be able to edit your activation again, right? But if your activation is not being enabled, then it should just give you access to do that, right? Okay, so this is what we'll just add a reciprocation of this. So I'll just copy this guy, all of them, and then I'll paste it here, and I'll just delete these guys because I don't need them. So I'll just have to say it's through, and then we just say it's through, and also we will just txt email dot focus, right? So that is going to focus out there. Okay, so now if we click on this button, what should it do, right? So let's double click on this guy, and here we're just going to use some if statement, right? So from here, I would like to I wanted to categorize this into some sections so that we get everything to be, much more professional, or let's say much more interesting, but let's keep this simple. So we're just gonna first restrict the whole thing. If our txt email.text equals to nothing, and our txt serial key.text equals to nothing, then it should pop up a message box telling the person that, hey, remember that you haven't typed anything in there. So we're just gonna say let's say email and serial key are required. So then you say msg box style, that is gonna be information. So let's use critical for now, critical, and we're just gonna add error, that is gonna be attention, right? This is awesome. So here we're just gonna say else. So let me just hide this guy so that you can see whatever I'm doing. So we're just gonna say else if our txt email.text equals to nothing. If the person didn't type anything in the in the email section and the person clicks on activate, we just have to restrict the person. So we're just gonna say email is required, right? Then we're just gonna say else if our txt serial key dot text equals to nothing, then we're just gonna paste the same thing, and we're just gonna say serial keys are required, right? So we're just gonna say email, take it out, and this is awesome. Okay, so if the person gives out something, then we're just gonna say else if txt txt serial key dot text equals to, so here we just have to specify a serial key, right? So let's go up here and let's declare some serial key. So dim serial 1 as strange, right? And this strange is going to be something which is going to be so let's say the strange is going to be, oh come on, okay, so that is going to be 0000, you see, hyphen 0000 hyphen. Good. And this is my first serial key, so I'm just going to copy that and then paste it several times. So this is going to be serial 2, and this is going to be serial 3, and this is going to be 1111 1111 1111 1111 1111 2222 2222 2222 22. Oh, won't do that, sorry. 2222 222. Oh, come on. 2222. Good. So these are our serial keys, and we're gonna cycle through this statements so that we can get them here. So if our txt serial key dot text equals to serial 1 or serial 2 or serial 3, then we're just gonna say, okay, if this is the case, then my.settings dot email equals to txt email dot text, and we're just gonna say my.settings dot serial key equals to txt serial key dot text, right? Then we say my.settings dot save, and after it is being saved successfully, you're just gonna pop up a message box telling the person that activation accepted successfully, right? Then you're just gonna add a message box style, and that is gonna be information, and you're just gonna say software activated. All right, so I really love this, and after this we're just gonna perform some actions here. So after this we're just gonna say the group box 1 dot enabled equals false, or we don't want to disable the group box, but we can just take these guys, copy that, and then we paste this here. All right, then we just turn the button to be off, right? So just gonna say btn active dot enabled equals false, right? So this code sorry, okay, so this code needs to be here as well, so you just have to disable that, and here you just have to enable. Okay, so this is quite interesting, and I really love this. Okay, so that is somehow interesting, but here when the person register, we want to take this out, right? We want to take this guy out, right? So just gonna search for the panel. So this guy, let's see what is the name of the panel. So let's set a panel, let's give the panel the name. So I'm just gonna give this panel, we say trial panel, right? So I'm just gonna give it a name like a trial panel. Good. Okay, so that is where that is where you're gonna do the whole thing, right? Okay, so in here I'll just go back to the registration, and after it is being registered successfully, I'll just say that form one dot let's say trial panel dot enabled equals to false, right? So that is it. Okay, so now when I let's go back to the register to the form one, and let's double click on this info. So we're just gonna say registration dot show, and then we're just gonna say sorry guys, we're just gonna say me dot hide, right? So we're just gonna say me dot hide. All right, so this is quite indeed awesome. So let's check this out and let's see what we have here. Okay, so now we have this guy here. When I click on this guy, now we have this awesome guy here. So you can add your email, and you can add your activation code, and you check out to see if it is activated or not. All right, so that is quite interesting. But before we test this out, let's try to code this guy. So let's say me.hide, then let's say form1.show. Okay, so that is it. Let's try to add a gonna dragging control. So let me go back to the here, then let's say gonna drag control 1 and 2 and 3. Let's copy all that. Okay, so I'll just copy Control C, come here and then paste it right here. So these are already been assigned to the so let's see the property section. So this is the label 17. So this is label hot. So let's see the property section. This is label 17. This is what? So let's pin this. Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me. Let's view the property section. Okay, let me pin the property section here. So let's see, this is a panel, that is panel 1, and this is being added to the panel 1, and this is the level 17, and this is picture box 6. So we have everything well fixed for this guy. So this is quite indeed awesome and interesting, and I really love this. So in this project, this is what we're gonna do. Let's test it out once again and let's see what we have here, and I believe everything is gonna be true. Okay, so now let's see. So I think it is awesome. When you try to say okay, enter email is required, so just gonna enter some email, and it's just gonna throw an error because we didn't added any serial key right here. So in this section you're just gonna use try catch exception, right? So let's use try, and let's cut all these if statements, cut it and bring it here, and that is quite interesting. So if there is okay, I think guys, sorry, my baby girl, she's crying. So let's bring this guy here as well. Think, wait a minute, what am I doing here? Okay, no. So let's undo everything, then let's say else. So just add a try, and we will just take this if, only this if, and then we bring it to the try. That is perfect. So from here we will just catch an exceptional message, right? Okay, and we just add a message MSG box style, then we say critical, so that it will just pop up an error, and we're just going to see that particular error. So here I'm just going to set a header to error, right? That is awesome, and I really love this. Okay, good. So this is what I have here. Now before we go, we have to set the boolean as well. I forgot, guys. So we just have to set the boolean before we save the settings. So we're just gonna say my.settings dot activated equals to true, and that is also awesome. So that is it. So now let's start this guy and let's see what we have here. So if we click on if we type anything and we click on this, it's just going to throw an error. It says conversion strange is a type boolean, is not valid. So all we have to do is we just have to add the correct thing. So we're just gonna add this guy and we click on activation. Okay, so I think okay, so we just have to say, okay, so in this video let's use only one serial key and let's see what happens. I think I just have to use one serial key for now, but we will be using a system where we will be generating our serial keys from. But based on this video, I'll be willing to go along with only these, right? So I just keep on this. So now you see software being activated, accepted successfully, right? So now you could see that everything is disabled. So when I close this guy and I open, it's still disabled. Close this guy, you see that this is disabled. So you just have to turn off the visibility itself, right? Okay, but one thing after so here let's set the from one dot enable, let's set it to visible instead. So that is going to be false. Now now when I click on start, then I I just click on this info guy. You see that it's still disabled because we set it from the loading screen here, which is the load that if the settings is being activated equals to true, then it should not allow us to do anything here because the software is already been registered, and then it will just show up the serial key and everything here, right guys? Okay, so that is it, and I really love this. But whenever we start the system, you still see that we have this trial version right here, and that is boring, right? So let's fix that. So let's go back to our main form here, go to the top, very top of it, and before the load event, let's give out some private sub. So let's say private sub check. So let's say check activation status, and within this activation status we're going to use if statement. So we're just going to say if mine.settings.activated equals to true, then we're just going to say that serial, let's say activation, is it a panel? I think panel fixed, is it fixed, or what is the name of the panel anyway? That is trial panel, sorry guys. So just going to say trial panel dot visible equals to false, else say trial panel dot visible equals true, right? Okay, so here I'll just reset everything. So let's see something from here. Let's go to the settings, and okay, so I'll just add a reset button, which I won't be needing it, but I'll just give out a reset button right here. This is just a reset button, it's not needed, but I just want to use it to clear everything. So I'm just gonna go here and then I'll just copy this guy. No, so I'll just copy this, guys, copy that is a clear. I will get rid of this sooner or later. So this is not gonna be, it's gonna be, so we can say nothing. That is kind of cool. So we can just say nothing. This is gonna be false, right? And we will just, okay, so here we just set this these guys to true, copy that, and let's set this here. So this is going to be true. This is not needed, guys. I just want to try out and see. true, true. Okay, so that I won't be just repeating myself all along. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is the trial version. That is awesome. But when I go to the main form, now I have the statement to be declared here, so I just have to copy this guy and then come to the form load event. Before it solves the flicker, it needs to check this. So I just save this guy, start it once again, and let's see. Okay, so indeed you can see that it is working because the status is activated, right? And when I click on this, it is already been activated. Now let's click on this to deactivate it, right? So I click on this, it is deactivated, right? It is deactivated. So you will just close. Now you see that the trial is there. Good. So let's close this guy and let's start it once again. Now you see that the trial is there. You see that it's still there. So we click on this, we have this guy, and we can say iSoft Technologies gh@gmail.com. that is my email, and then I'll add my serial key. Okay, so I really love this, so just activate. So activated successfully. So now you can see that the trial is gone, and within this I think is good, and it's kind of cool. So I'll just stop this and then start it once again, and let's see if the software is being activated. Okay guys, so the activation is working perfectly fine, but let's try to set up a pop-up action, a pop-up dialog telling the person that, hey, you have to activate. You are using a demo version of the software, so we are alerting you to activate, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new form which is called pop-up, right? So that is going to be a pop-up form, and this pop-up is going to be somehow simple. So I'm just going to set the form border to none, and I'm just going to set a startup position to the center screen, and I'll just go to my watermark project, which we will be doing later. Then I copy the whole thing from here, go to the pop-up, paste it. I believe by now you know how to do all these, so I believe you know how these are done. So I'll just paste it, and that is all. So here I'll just add this guy here. Good. And I'll just say you are using a demo version. So I'll just set the font size to 10. So let's set it to 12. I think 15 is kind of cool. Okay, so I believe in this, so let's go to the main pop-up, then let's extend this right here, and I believe it's kind of cool. So let's see. Okay, so let's set the font size to maybe somehow 18. Good, that is awesome. So we do this. So now let's add let's go back to the registration. Let's copy this panel with a button, copy that, come to the pop-up, paste it right here. So I'm just gonna take it down. So that is actually going to be it's gonna be a button. So this button is gonna be something like okay, so let's do it this way. So I would like to do it this way. So activate software, and I'm just gonna copy this and paste it one more time. So I put this here. So that is it. So this guy is gonna be red anyway, so maroon. Good. And the text on this guy, I'm just gonna say not activate software, but I'm just gonna say continue trial version. Okay, so this is going to be a pop-up whenever the software loads, right? So this is going to be, let's set it to 15. So we're just gonna say you are using a demo version of this, so just gonna say activate now. this perfect. So let's center align this. That is awesome. So we have these two, so let's set the font size to 12, and I really love that. So this is a form and I really love this. So let's see, when you click on this activate software, we're just gonna say registration dot show me dot hide, right? And then we go back to the pop-up, then we click on this, we say me dot hide, and just gonna say form 1 dot show. Good, and this is awesome. So let's go back to the form 1, and within this check for status. So here we say if it is activated, then it doesn't need to do anything, but if it is not activated, we are enabling the trial version. But before we do that, we're just gonna say popup dot show, right? Okay, so this is kind of cool. So actually this is what it's going to do, right? So we click on start. Because it is already been activated, it's not going to pop up, right? So when I go back and then I reset everything, then I close this software, and then I close this software, whenever I start this software, it's going to check for the activation, and that guy is going to pop up, right? Okay, so why didn't this guy pops up? If my settings of active equals to true, then trial equals to this. So what is happening? Think pop up to show. Else, if it is so let's use this. Let's set it to false instead, and let's see what happens. So let's try it out and see. It's still not working, right? It should be able to work because we've already set a boolean to false, right? So why is it not working? This is indeed awesome. Pop up the show. Let's test it out here, and let's see from the form load event. Let's see here. Okay, so I think this thing is not working. Why? Okay, let's clean up our build solution. Then let's try it once again and let's see. Okay, so there is an error somewhere. Let's see the error I have here. Cannot copy the bag. Okay. I think I cached some error. That is the reason why it was not showing. So I'll just put it back here. It should be able to work. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go to the CPU and select 86. But here I'm just going to go to the config management or config manager, and I'm just going to add a new configuration. The first one was iXoft debug, so I'm just going to add a new. So I'm just going to say updated, and I'm just going to set it to this is still a debug, not a release mode. So I'm just going to debug this, and I'm just going to click on OK. So I'm just going to set this to the okay, so that is 86. So let's close this guy, select updated. Good. Now let's click on start. It should be able to work for us. Okay, so what is happening? Come on guys. So let's see for this pop-up. Let's bring this pop-up to the load event and let's see what happens. Wow, indeed this is awesome. So I didn't really know the reason why this is not showing, guys. Okay, Okay, so let's see something from here. I think let's add it up to this guy. That is the minimum. Okay, it's already working. So I just want to see something from here. Let's see this guy. It has nothing. So let's paste this pop-up to show here. Let's see if it is working. Okay, so that is not working. Why? I don't get this shit. Okay, so it was working. Oh shit, bro. That is shit. Okay, so it is working, but we just have to bring it to front, right? So instead of let's go to the form one. Instead of saying that it should just show, so let's go to the top. That is the, so we just say you paste it here. It's not going to be a show, but it's going to be a show dialog, and that is going to fix our problem for us. It came at the back of the form, so it was overshadowing it, so we just have to okay, so it says form is already visible, cannot be displayed as a model dialog. Set form's visibility properly to false before calling show dialog. Okay, so with this property section, think this pop-up, let's set the visibility to false as the error popped up. So where is this guy anyway? That is the visibility, right? Let's see, where is the visibility? I don't know. Can you see the visibility here? Really? Okay, so if we are using show dialog, I think okay, let's see the error once again, and let's see what goes into that. So it says set the form visible properties to false. So they just want to say let's see the property visible. Okay, I can see this thing, guys. This is indeed this is messing me up, right? Okay, I don't know what to do. It should be able to work, right? It should be able to work. Okay, so we will then say that okay, when we click on this record instead, let's give it to the record button, and let's see. So with the form, let's take this. Okay, let's see, take this guy out. Now let's bring this guy. Okay, so it was already been shown, right? So this is what oh, come on guys. Yes, sorry guys, I'm very sorry. I added it already to the form load event, so that was giving me the error. It was quite unimaginable. I didn't understand. So we have this. When I click on this, it's gonna show so the activate now, that is gonna be this activation. So we just have to say let's try to work along with that. So we will then say if clicks on registration dot show and me dot hide. So we'll say that form one dot hide, and then we're just going to say me dot hide, and then the registration dot show and me dot hide, me dot show. Okay, so that is it. So from here I would like to do some little bit of adjustment and attachment to this. It is optional. It's not necessarily for you to do this, guys. I'm just going to do this. It's optional. So I'm just going to add a panel, and for this panel I'm just gonna put it at the top here, and I would just bring it out just like that, and I'm just gonna extend this like that. Good. And I'm just gonna set the width to 1, or let's say 2, or so let's say 5. That is awesome. So with this, let's copy paste it onto that. Copy paste it here one more time. Let's bring it down. Okay, so let's paste it one more time. Undo that. Let's paste it one more time here, but this time this is going to be the other side of the panel. So just take it up and we take this at here. So just set the 18 to 5. That is awesome. That is it. So we just have to bring it up here. Come on, you've got to be kidding me. So let's bring this guy here. So just gonna copy this and then paste this guy here. We bring this guy here, then we push this up a little bit. Okay, so we have this amazing software, and let's start it once again and let's see what happens. So if it is in demo mode, this is what is going to pop up, and we can say activate software, and it still goes at the back of it. So just have to say we first have to hide. So let's see, let's go back to the form load event and let's see the statement. That is for the statement. If it is, we say try out the pop-up to show dialog. So when we click on this activate software, we're just gonna say okay, registration.show dialog. Let's use a dialog instead, right? Okay, so I think the dialog is gonna fix the whole thing. Okay, so there you go, perfect. So it's kind of cool. So when you click on this, it's just gonna move ahead. So that is kind of cool, and I believe I love it. So this is what we've done so far. Now I have this awesome guy, and you can't drag it because you don't have to drag it. You are using a demo version of the software, so just click on continue, then it's just gonna bring this up, and then you have the trial version. Let's try to activate it and let's see. So that's gonna be iSoft technologies at gmail.com. Then we come here, just add our activation code, and click on this and we say key accepted. Okay, so now we close on this. Let's close on this. Let's start it once again. You see that the pop-up will not be showing, right? So let's start it. Now there is no pop-up. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this very tutorial. If you have yet not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to my channel so that you will be missing any upcoming episode concerning this awesome screen recorder HD Pro software. On our next lesson, we're going to tackle how to add a watermark to the software, and I believe you'll be loving it, and it's going to be a mind blowing. So if you have yet not subscribed to the channel, do well to subscribe, like, share, comment, and all those things entice me to do more videos on this screen recorder awesome HD Pro. If you have any suggestion, keep it in the description below so that I will be responding to your suggestions. Until we meet again on our next lesson, have a nice day, and iSoft Original is out.